All right, it's JS. And today, I want to talk about what happens after you hit $20,000. Not the Instagram guru version, not the buy my course version. I mean the real version. The version where your brain, your behavior, and your entire life start acting suspiciously different. Let me take you back. The day I crossed $20,000, I didn't celebrate. No fireworks, no champagne. I just sat on my bed staring at my phone like it owed me money. I refreshed the banking app 3 times because my brain couldn't accept it. And then something weird happened. I didn't feel rich. I felt calm, which was new, very new. Before this, every notification from my bank sounded like a horror movie soundtrack. Transaction alert. My heart rate would jump like I just heard footsteps behind me in a dark alley. But that day, silence, peace. I even left the app open for more than 5 seconds. That's growth. But here's what nobody tells you. $20,000 is not the finish line. It's the doorway. And once you walk through that door, everything changes even more. Let me explain. Before $20,000, money is heavy. It feels like you're dragging a tired donkey uphill while it's actively trying to sit down. You save, you sacrifice, you say no to fun, you become allergic to restaurants, you calculate grocery prices like you're doing advanced mathematics. But after $20,000, money stops feeling heavy. It starts feeling useful. Before, money was survival fuel. Rent, food, bills, emergency, life punched me in the face expenses. After, money becomes a tool. And when money becomes a tool instead of a life raft, your behavior changes automatically. For example, before $20,000, if someone said, "Hey JS, want to learn a new skill course for $200?" I'd say, "No thanks, I'll learn from free YouTube videos at 2x speed and emotional stress." After $20,000, I started thinking differently. I didn't ask, "Can I afford this?" I asked, "Will this make me more money later?" That question alone is dangerous in a good way, because now you're not spending emotionally, you're spending strategically. Let me give you another example. Before $20,000, when my boss annoyed me, I smiled like a hostage. "Yes, sir. Of course, sir. I love unpaid overtime, sir." After $20,000, my spine grew. Not aggressively, not arrogantly, just firmly. I stopped being scared of small consequences. I stopped tolerating nonsense. I spoke clearer. I negotiated better. And here's the crazy part. People treated me better. Because desperation has a smell, and confidence has a posture. You don't even need to quit your job. Just knowing you could quit changes how you show up. That's what I call Phase 2 money. Phase 1 is survival. Phase 2 is leverage. And leverage is powerful. Now let's talk about the next invisible upgrade. Your brain stops micromanaging pennies and starts managing systems. Before, I used to obsess over coffee. Should I buy this $3 coffee? Should I skip it? Is this coffee destroying my future? Bro, relax. After building savings, I realized something important. Small expenses don't destroy wealth. Bad systems do. A $3 coffee is not the problem. A lifestyle built on impulse, debt, and no investing is the problem. So I stopped focusing on tiny cuts and started focusing on big levers. Housing costs, income growth, investment consistency, skill upgrades. That's adult money thinking. Now here's where it gets really interesting. After $20,000, your time becomes more valuable than your money. Before, I used to spend 2 hours driving across town to save $5. Gas, traffic, stress, anger. After $20,000, I realized something shocking. My time is limited. Money can be earned again. Time cannot. So I started optimizing my life around energy and time, not just cash. That's when productivity improved, health improved, focus improved, everything improved. Now let's talk about compound interest in JS language. Compound interest is basically money having children, and then those children having children, and nobody asking permission. At $1,000 invested, growth is cute. Oh wow, I made $80 this year. At $20,000 invested, growth becomes noticeable. Oh wow, I made $1,600 doing nothing. That moment is dangerous because your brain finally understands that money can work harder than you. And once you experience that, you don't want to go back. That's when consistency becomes addictive. You stop skipping investments. You stop panic selling. You stop chasing hype. You become boring. And boring investors become rich. Now let me tell you the trap right here. This is where many people destroy themselves. They hit $20,000 and think they made it. So they upgrade everything. New phone, new car, new clothes, new lifestyle. Suddenly, their expenses grow faster than their wealth. And now they're back to stress mode, but with nicer shoes. Listen carefully. If your lifestyle grows faster than your investments, you didn't level up. You just changed costumes. The real upgrade after $20,000 is not spending more. It's controlling more. Control of choices, control of reactions, control over your future. Now here's something nobody prepares you for. After $20,000, you start thinking long-term in weird ways. I started thinking in decades, not weeks, not months, decades. I started asking questions like, what does my 40-year-old self need? What does my 60-year-old self want? Do I want to work forever or eventually choose my schedule? That's dangerous thinking because now you're designing life, not surviving it. Now let me talk about fear. Before savings, fear controlled everything. Fear of bills, fear of emergencies, fear of job loss, fear of saying no. After $20,000, fear doesn't disappear, but it becomes smaller than logic. And when logic becomes louder than fear, growth happens. You take smarter risks, not gambling, not stupidity, calculated risks. Learning new skills, changing careers, starting side businesses, investing consistently. That's when income increases. Now here's the funny part. People think rich people have secret information. They don't. They just operate from stability instead of panic. That's it. Stability unlocks better decisions. Better decisions create better outcomes. Better outcomes build wealth. Now let me give you the emotional side. After $20,000, I slept better. No joke. I wasn't waking up at 3 a.m. calculating imaginary bills. I wasn't panicking about unexpected expenses. I wasn't mentally tired from financial stress. Peace is underrated. Peace is expensive, but worth it. And the crazy part is, the more peaceful I became, the better my performance became at work and business. Less stress equals better thinking. Better thinking equals better decisions. Better decisions equals more money. It's a positive loop. Now let's talk about identity. Before savings, I thought of myself as bad with money. After hitting this milestone, that story changed. I started seeing myself as someone who builds. That identity shift is more powerful than the money itself, because once you see yourself as a builder, you don't stop at $20,000. You go to $50,000, then $100,000, then more. Not because of greed, because momentum feels good. Now I'll end with this. $20,000 is not magic, but it unlocks magic behavior. It changes how you think, how you react, how you plan, how you dream. So if you're pushing that boulder right now, sweating, struggling, feeling slow, keep pushing, because once it tips over the hill, it doesn't just roll, it pulls your entire life forward with it. And one day you'll open your banking app, not with fear, not with prayer, not with panic, just calm. And you'll smile quietly, because you'll know you're no longer surviving, you're building.